The champagne was aged to perfection. The tablecloths were spotless, glowing white, and the lie beneath it all was worth $144,000. My parents stood proudly on the deck as fireworks exploded behind them, announcing what they called the ultimate wedding gift, the family lake house for my sister Elizabeth. The crowd erupted in applause, celebrating their generosity. I didn't clap. I checked my phone. The reminder I had set months ago lit up the screen. Balloon payment due, $144,000, 30 days. They weren't giving her a legacy. They were handing her a bomb. I slipped away from the celebration, leaving behind the laughter and popping champagne. My shoes echoed softly against the wooden dock as I walked into the darkness. Down here, the air smelled like lake water and algae, real, raw, honest, not like the expensive perfume floating above. Up there, my family was performing their favorite illusion, the perfect dynasty. Down here, I was staring at the truth, and the truth was bleeding red. I had always been the invisible one, the quiet fixer, the daughter who handled the damage. Elizabeth was the star, the beauty, the golden child. I was the cleanup crew. When she crashed her first car at 19, I paid the deductible. When Mom had her medical emergency that turned out to be cosmetic surgery, I covered the bill. I told myself it was loyalty. I told myself it was love. But staring at the foreclosure notice on my phone, I realized something else. I wasn't loyal. I was an investor in a failing empire. My parents weren't wealthy. They were drowning in debt, credit cards, second mortgages, loans stacked on lies. And that lake house? It wasn't a gift. It was an escape plan. They were passing the debt to Elizabeth before the ship sank. I looked back at her. She was spinning in her white dress, laughing under the fireworks, glowing like she owned the world. She didn't know she was standing on quicksand. For the first time in my life, I didn't envy her. I pitied her. She wasn't the favorite. She was the sacrifice. My parents had protected her from reality her entire life, handed her everything, shielded her from consequences. And now, she had no idea how to survive. She didn't know how to read contracts, didn't know how debt worked, didn't know she was about to inherit financial ruin. She thought she was receiving love, but she was receiving liability. I remembered my mother once telling me, "We do whatever it takes to protect the family name. The truth only matters if it helps us." That was their philosophy. Image over reality. Appearance over survival. They believed hiding the truth was protection. But you can't save someone by handing them an anchor and calling it a life vest. If Elizabeth signed that deed, the debt became hers. The lawsuits became hers. The collapse became hers. They weren't saving her. They were saving themselves. And I was the only one who knew.